Hello everybody, welcome back to Conan Exiles. I'm Rotten John, and oh boy do we have a big update coming. It is update 2.5. It is now live on the TestLive branch, so you can go play around with it if you'd like. Today we're going to take a quick look at a few aspects of it. For this video I'm going to touch on the new weapons that are coming into play, and we're going to take a quick look at the nice compact new animal pen that we're going to get real soon. So update 2.5 was first put out and went live on the TestLive branch, I think on the 24th, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at some of the key points at it right now, and then we may go in and break down some of the other aspects of this update, because it is a pretty big one. So as they're showing on the update notes, we do have the new small animal pen. We will now have the last weapon or shield that we used hanging on our back, kind of like the Fashionist mod. Alright, first up here we have the new small animal pen. You guys all know these animal pens that we currently have are huge, gigantic, take up a ton of space. Sometimes they're just not practical to put down anywhere near your base. And as most of you know, you can tame up to 5 pets at a time in these large animal pens. However, with update 2.5, we will now have a small animal pen. And yes, this is it. A little bit smaller than your horse stable even. Nice, compact, doesn't take up a ton of room, doesn't take a ton of material to craft. They're pretty cheap and easy to craft. And the only downside I see to them is you can only tame 1 pet at a time in them, which I guess is a fair enough trade-off. With this update, we now have the option of taming 5 pets at a time with a big massive pen, or 1 pet at a time with a nice small compact pen. And I'm interested in knowing how you guys feel about this new small pen. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. Oh, and before I forget, the regular animal pen has 10,000 hit points, and our new small animal pen also has 10,000 hit points to it. So you're not going to lose any hit points on your animal pens by making the smaller version. Alright, another part of this new update is that we will now wear our weapons and shields on our backs. It looks like the daggers are going to show up on our sides, and as of right now, tools do not show up on our backs or sides. This is similar to like the Fashionist mod that I use on all of my servers, so that you can see your weapons displayed on your back or on your side belts every time you use one and put it away. In this huge update 2.5, we are also getting a few new weapons, and these are claw style weapons. So if you go into your feats and then your weapons section and you scroll down to your skirmisher, and once you open that up or unlock it at level 6, you're going to see that you can now craft the bone claws. You craft this right out of your own inventory. No workbench is needed to craft this particular weapon. Once you hit level 6 and unlock Skirmisher, then all you need to do is open up your inventory, scroll down a little bit, and there's the new bone claw that you can craft. And this is cheap and easy to craft, as it only takes 30 bones, 5 twine, and 5 branches to craft it up. And once again, these are crafted right out of your bare inventory without a crafting bench. So let's take a real quick at what their animations look like for the light attack and the heavy attacks. Alright, nice new little animations there. And I was a little wrong about the damage here. They are a low-grade weapon that do 11 damage, and that is prior to being multiplied by your strength attribute. Now, as it stands right now on the TestLive branch, this and the next 3 weapons I'm going to show you do not stack bleed on light attacks. They only will stack bleed on the heavy attacks. I don't know if this is going to change or not. That's, I guess, remains to be seen later on down the road. Alright, the next 3 weapons here are the punch daggers. You'll find those underneath feats, and then your weapons tab, and then all the way down into the skirmishers. And here you will find the iron punching daggers, which are unlocked at level 13. Then at level 32 you can unlock the steel punching daggers. And then finally at level 54 you can unlock the hardened steel punching daggers. So let's take a real quick look at their light attacks and their heavy attacks. First up are the iron daggers. The iron punching daggers. Also, their light attacks can be chained one after another infinitely until you run out of stamina. Here are the steel punching daggers. And the iron punching daggers, the steel punching daggers, and the hardened steel punching daggers all have the same attack animations. The only difference in them being are their attack damages and their durabilities. And each of them have their own separate crafting materials cost to craft them up. And here we have our hardened steel punching daggers with their light attack and their heavy attack. And I'm not real sure, and I couldn't find any more information on this, but it does look almost like the hardened steel punching daggers are a little bit quicker in their light attacks. Again, unconfirmed and just my opinion. Alright, patch notes say that these can be crafted on any blacksmith workbench. So let's take a real quick look at what their crafting materials require. The iron punching daggers require 22 iron bars, 2 branches, and 11 leather. The steel punching daggers require 22 steel bars, 3 branches, and 3 thick leather. And the hardened steel punching daggers require 22 hardened steel bars and 3 shaped wood. So not too bad, they're pretty easy and cheap to craft. So let's take a real quick look at their stats now. The iron punch daggers are a mid-grade weapon. They do stack bleed. They have a health damage of 13, an armor penetration of 8, and a durability of 360. The steel punch daggers are a high-grade weapon. They stack bleed. They have a health damage of 22, an armor pen of 8%, and the durability of 525. The hardened steel punch daggers are a high-grade weapon that stack bleed. They have a health damage of 28, an armor pen of 8, and a durability of 690. Now, just like the handcrafted bone daggers, the punch daggers act the same way, whereas they do not stack bleed on the light attacks. They only stack the bleed on the heavy attacks for now. Now, I don't know if this is going to change in the future or not, but that's the way it's working right now. Now the rest of this update covers a long list of crafting fixes, building and placement fixes, AI and thrall fixes, combat fixes, purge fixes, balance updates, weapon fixes, and we're going to break a few more of those down in another video here pretty soon, where we'll jump in and take another look at some of the more important parts of this next big upcoming update here. Now with all that, I'd really like to know what your guys' thoughts are on this. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this so far, and if you do look at the new upcoming update forum here, let me know what your thoughts are on some of the different areas of it. Alright, I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, how about throwing me a thumbs up, and I hope you stay tuned because we're going to dig into this update a little bit more. There's a ton of stuff in it. Remember, as always, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.